I just got home from an amazing estate sale. It was 75% off on Sunday. That's the day I like to go. I'm just giving you a sneak peek. Would you like to see the whole thing and what all I got? Okay, let's get started.
Were you intrigued to see what's in my box? This was a really great haul. I was only there for a few minutes and it was a beautiful house on the lake. I'll insert a little clip of some footage I took out the front window. Or would it have been? Yeah, it's the back window actually of the house because the backyard goes right out to the lake. So enjoy this little clip and then we'll get started with my haul. I love going on Sundays, and the estate sale company that I usually go to is called Jenior, Jenior. And if you're in the Canton or surrounding area, they do wonderful estate sales. So you'll want to be sure and look them up and get on their list. So I have so many good things, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with this little cutie. It's a cold tablets bottle. It says cold tablets special, United Drug Company, and it looks like it says St. Louis, might say Boston, St. Louis. The label is very worn, and this was marked $4, but with 75% off, it was $1. Oh, there's something on the top of the lid too. It says sold only at Rexall drugstores, Rexall. So this is for my friend Melody from Melody's Many Miscellaneous. We are always looking out for each other, finding things that each other likes, and this screamed Melody, so I texted her right away and she said, yes, please. All right, this I debated on whether to get or not. I have one just like it, but goodness sakes, it was $2. I got it for 50 cents and it still has a label on it. It says rustless ones. I'm one of the rustless ones. So I always think of Charlie Brown with this little design on the front, but anyways, I don't have luck in my booth selling these, but I couldn't leave it behind for 50 cents. So I'll see, maybe I'll put it in my booth and mark it really cheap and somebody can enjoy it, or I might keep it. As it turns out, it's right in the middle of the two sizes that I had, so it's the perfect trio. I'm keeping it. I thought you might like to see where it ended up in the lineup and my collection of thermoses that are red or have some red on them. This is in my mudroom where I keep them, and this shelf is pretty much at capacity. This was the very first item that I found. They had these adorable salt and pepper shakers. Let's see, so you can read them. I think that's the right way. These were marked $1 a piece, so that ended up being 50 cents for the pair. I thought these were amazing, and they're huge. They would hold a lot of salt and pepper. You'd hardly ever have to refill them. But I think I'm going to put them in my booth. I think somebody will enjoy those, but I'll check with hubby and see if he likes them better than any that we have now. All right, this next item, actually the next two items, were down in the basement. They were marked 50 cents a piece. I got these really cute baskets, so they would have been 25 cents for both of them. And I think this is a really nice shaped basket, very unique. It almost reminds me of a small version of a tobacco basket. I don't know why, but anyways, I will probably put these in my booth for sale. I think they would be nice. Here's the other one, for like a gallery wall of baskets. And they're very handy while you're waiting for them to sell, to put things inside of them to display. So even if they don't sell for 25 cents, I have two baskets to help me stage. Also in the basement, I found this very cool item. Look at this. I can't think of what it's called all of a sudden. I had one that had Kool-Aid on the side of it when I was little, and I used to play with it in my play tent. If you can think of what it's called, put it in the comments below. I'm sure you all know. Whenever you film, it's just a thing. You forget common words. How much was it, you ask? It was marked $4. So I got it for $1. I was very tickled to get that. I will be putting that in my booth probably in the summer. All right, and then this is the last item that I got from my initial checkout. And then I have a little story to tell you. So this beautiful box was marked $6. So that so far was the most expensively marked item. And I got this for, let's see, let's do the math. I forgot. So it's like a quarter for every dollar. So it was $1.50. Yeah, I think I'm doing the math right. $1.50. Is that right? I'll put it up above if I'm wrong. Maybe it was $2, but it wasn't very much. And it's very clean inside. And I don't know if I will sell this or possibly put it in my booth with things inside, or I may keep it up in my craft room. I have another box that I got at an estate sale, and I keep my plastic bags for when I package up things to sell in my booth. So kind of like it. And I passed by it and thought about it, and then I went back and I snatched it up and I thought, if I change my mind, I can always put it back. I was still on the edge. And then as I was walking around, I decided, yeah, I really want it. And as I was going down the steps, two ladies were going back up, maybe a mom and her daughter, and I heard her say, she has your box. So I almost said, oh, you can have it if you want it, but I thought, no, I really want it, so I kept it.
I'm up in my craft room, and I just wanted to show you how nicely these two wooden boxes stacked together. I got this one at an estate sale a while back. Don't they look great together?
All right, then after I checked out, I think that was $4.75 for all of that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. And that was counting the salt and pepper shaker as one item for the set. Then I went back into the kitchen. I was just kind of making sure I didn't miss anything. And these were not in the kitchen before. Look what I found. Oh my goodness, the box alone is just adorable. It says glass Christmas tree ornaments, a shiny bright product. I'm gonna look on the bottom and read you what it says. Max Eckhart and Sons Inc., New York City, printed in USA. I guess that's just about the box, I don't know. A shiny bright product, Alfred cartons, fancy pack carton. Boy, it talks all about the carton. It doesn't really say much about the bulbs. There was a tag on it that says all $20. So 75% off, that would bring it down to $5. So there was 3 bulbs. I'm going to take one out and show you because they're all the same. Look how beautiful they are. Aren't they so beautiful? And these are a really nice design with the caved in part. They probably have a name. So I was thinking, I don't really know as I want them for on my tree, but I bet they would sell in my booth. And I didn't know whether I wanted to pay $5 for them or not. So I talked to one of the gentlemen that works there all the time, and I showed him the big box of stuff I had just purchased, and I said, I already bought all this stuff, but I was wondering, can you do any better on this? Would you take any less? And he looked at the tag and he said, okay, $20, so that would be $5. How about $2? And I said, that'd be just great. Now, one of them is missing the top, but I do believe it's down in the bottom rolling around. So I'm going to put that back together. But if these don't sell, I'm going to keep the box because I love the box. Okay, so that was another $2. So we're up to $6.75. And then I saw these 2 items sitting there together. I had admired them earlier. Look at this beautiful platter. On the back, it says Steubenville Pottery Company, USA. And this is marked $15. So let's see, I didn't do the math on that. Well, let's just do it this way. This was $15. And then they also had this butter dish, and it was marked $5. So that would be $20. So that would have been the same price, $5 for both items. And I just made an offhand comment and said, I really like that, but I don't really need it. And he said, would you take it for $1? He pointed to the platter, and he said, and I'll throw in the butter dish for free. So for $1, I had to buy it. And I originally thought that I was going to try to sell these in my booth, but when I got them out and looked at them, I really, really like them. So I'm going to have to decide. Maybe I'll keep it for a while and then maybe I'll sell it in my booth. But I just think they're gorgeous. And look at my kitchen. I mean, they would match so perfectly. I'm in my kitchen, and here's where I decided to put this platter. I did decide to keep it for now. Unfortunately, I found a couple chips on the back of it, so I will just keep it here with me. And I already stuck the butter dish in my booth, and I hope it sells soon. Several of you have mentioned that you love seeing where I stage things in my booth. There's the butter dish. I thought I'd give you just a quick little peek. This is my favorite booth of the three. That's my whole haul. So I spent $7.75 if I did the math right. So do you think I did pretty good? Let's see, how many items? Let's count the salt and pepper as one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items for $7.75. That's less than $1 an item. I went down to the Majestic Turnaround a couple times this past week, and I was adding things into my booth, and one day I just had some free time and I got to look around a little bit. So I have 3 items that I purchased, and I wanted to share those with you. Look at this adorable little deer candle, and guess what? It's a girly. So let me show you the bottom. It says Christmas Fawn. Air currents and drafts can cause irregularly shaped candles to drip. Like I'm gonna burn it. Not. Place candle on plate. I can't read the rest. There's something on there. Place candle on plate while burning. Nope, we're not gonna burn. Copyright by the Girly Novelty Company, Buffalo, New York, USA. I paid $5 for it. And this was from my friend Tim that also sells at the Majestic Turnaround. And I will put a little clip here of his booth. Now, I have been looking for quite some time for a little white church bank that reminds me of my Sunday school days in childhood. We used to put our offering in it. I did find it once on eBay, but it was way more than I wanted to pay. So I found this at the Majestic Turnaround, and it's not the same thing by any stretch, but it just kind of was like, ooh, I love that too. So it's red plastic, and there is something on the bottom. It says Loomco, Loomco International, 1996, made in China. So it is older, not super old, but somewhat older. And I paid $4 for that. And then lastly, I saw this in a booth for $1. It doesn't have any marking on the bottom, so I don't really think it's one of the older ones, but it's smaller than the big one that I have. And I've seen different people stack these, Robin Johnson and also Dot Likes Red, and I think it looks darling. So I'm kind of collecting them. Maybe someday I'll have a little tree full of them to stack up one on top of each other. I already took my Halloween down, but here's a little clip I filmed when I put that in place just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I'll link below in the comments the Majestic Turnaround and the address in case you've never been there or heard me talk about it. That's where I do have 3 booths and I sell there. I do have booth number 91 and I have signs on all 3 of my spaces if you ever want to go and look for my stuff if you're local. I would love to know in the comments below what your favorite item was. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.